Que do? Today we're taking you with us on a fun family adventure, the Smurf experience. And yes, my clothes are getting smaller and smaller every day. However, we were looking forward to this all week, and the kids especially couldn't wait. As soon as we pulled up, the bright colors immediately set the mood. You could tell this wasn't going to be your typical family outing. When we checked in, the staff were super friendly, explained how the guided tours work. We liked that we'd be part of a group because it meant we'd learn the stories along the way instead of just walking through on our own. Right at the beginning, the kids are given a game to play. Here's my son, being cheeky, trying to get fresh with one of the female staff, taking it all the way back to the 80s with his pink shorts. Also gotta love my fully mature adult wife for giving my kids the advantage over the other 2 and 3-year-olds. She says she wasn't cheating, but no other 2-year-olds can stand in the way of our victory. Finally, our group was called, and we stepped right into the Smurf village. The sets were so colorful and detailed, it felt like we were walking into a cartoon. The guy told us fun facts about the Smurfs. We were right outside the peaceful village before Gargamel's attack. Our kids were wide-eyed, pointing at all the tiny details around the room. The settings and props were beautiful, but pale in comparison to witnessing the kids' wonder and awe, being able to see new things. Love you too, baby.
Not the Smurf pants. Look at me. Hey, come on.
We peeked into a Smurfette's room, and my daughter was looking for a way to go in and said that was her friend. My wife was asking her, when, where, and how did you meet her? The staff were very friendly, and they were constantly making sure our kids were having fun, and my son was being kaukalakiki, just like his uncles and grandfather. The kids got to meet Papa Smurf. You could see that they're having lots of fun. My son was a little bit apprehensive. You could see he likes to dance, have fun, but yeah, he didn't want to turn his back on him. He wasn't having it. It's like, maybe not. He's like, hell no. I don't know where he gets these moves from, but it's definitely not me. Next, we walked into Papa Smurf's house, which had a giant cauldron, potions, and a potion book, something that my wife is very familiar with, being that she's, just kidding. This was actually what me and my wife were joking around about while we were inside the house. I ain't gonna lie, this room gave me the creeps a little bit. See the eyes missing in the pictures, and just the general vibe. It was pretty cool, but my son couldn't get out fast enough. As we moved along, every room had its own vibe. We were approaching Gargamel's lair. It was a little spooky, but fun. The kids pretended to sneak past so they wouldn't get caught. What made the experience stand out were the interactive parts. Kids got to climb, play, and solve little challenges. Every time they figured something out, their faces lit up. And for us, that was the best part. Just watching them feel like they were actually part of the Smurf world.
That's Naya. Where's Naya? No. Don't pull it. Don't pull it.
We got to the lair, and the tour guide told the kids that they were trapped and needed to escape. Yup, kids were like, yeah, say less. Usually my kids don't like dark areas, but I was surprised that they were having a blast. We walked into a room where it showed Gargamel captured, and the kids were so excited that they defeated Gargamel. This is how guys were trying to swoop down and catch my wife before I came and saved her. Toward the end, we walked into a big room that was Gargamel's. Still a little spooky, but perfect for family pictures. Of course, we had to stop and get a bunch of videos. For us, it wasn't about the Smurfs. It was about spending time together. Seeing the kids light up and making memories we'll look back on with a smile. We had such a great time, and we're so glad that we got to share it with you. Then we stepped into a VR room. Here we watched the Smurfs safely arrive at home after being captured. The VR was the cherry on top. It made you feel like you're actually there. Right when we got in the car, before we could say anything, my daughter was already chanting with my son that they wanted Chinese. And of course, couldn't say no to them. Even my wife, she was like, hey, see, it's finished. It's like we go to Chinese restaurant after every family outing. But yes, we did go to Chinese restaurant. We had such a great time, and we're so glad that we got to share it with you. We do appreciate you. Unu imelada. All right, Hafoka tribe, stay safe out there and be good.